Jai Hind children. Just after your unit test, this is our first class. So in this class, we will learn how to write an article. In your previous classes, we had learned many different types of writing skills. We had learned how to write the letter writing, how to write message writing, how to write your story, and how to write the speech. So these all writing skills we had discussed in our previous classes. And today again a new writing skill we are about to learn, that is our article writing. And these writing skills you have to enhance, you have to do the practice. And just after the class, if you are doing the practice, that will enhance your writing skill, which will be beneficial for you. Let's start our today's class. Article writing. Again, children, I welcome all the students in today's session of article writing. It is a long composition. What is article writing? Article is a piece of prose writing especially meant for newspapers and magazines. You also write essay. But what is the difference in essay writing and article writing? This is the only difference, that article is written for newspapers and for magazines. And as you are in school, so whatever article you are writing, whatever article the questions you will get, that will be for your school magazines. So the format which we will learn today, the format of newspaper and magazine, somewhat it differs. So today we will learn the article writing which is written in the magazine. So the article involves thinking, collecting ideas, development of thought, coherence and relevance. Whenever we start writing anything, any writing skill, so first of all we have to think about that, and after that we have to collect the ideas, and whatever ideas we have collected, we have to develop our ideas. Develop means we have to write one after another those ideas. We have to represent those ideas in the form of the paragraph. So these development of thought, it should be coherence and relevance, means it should be short, and relevance means it should be related to your topic. Whatever the question is given there, the paragraphs, the topics, the ideas should be related, it should be relevance. There may be various paragraphs, but it should be directly related to the topics. Whenever we write the article, try to write the article in 3 paragraphs. You can write more than 3 paragraphs, but minimum 3 paragraphs is must. Okay. So articles are written to give views or convey some information on a variety of themes. There can be different varieties while writing the article. It can any event. You can write the article on any person, on action, on any place, or any opinion. You can write your article on any opinion also. And it is a long piece of writing. Okay, you have understood what is an article? In short, article is a long piece of composition which is written in the newspapers and magazines. Okay, in one line you can understand in this way your article. Now see the contents of an article. While writing any article, these contents means these points should be there. There is a particular format while writing the article. You have to follow the format, and of course I will be giving you the format also in this session. So it should have an eye-catching title. So this is the format's first part. What is the first part? That in the format, whenever we write the article, in the format always it includes a title or heading. Means the topic on which you are going to write your article, first of all you have to give the heading, first of all you have to give the title. If I say title, if I say heading, that is one and same. So whatever title you are giving, that should be eye-catching. Eye-catching means attractive. As soon as your reader, they read the title, they should be able to understand what your article is about. Second point is accurate and effective style. Accurate means there should be accuracy, there should not be any grammatical or spelling mistake. The facts, the examples which you are presenting in your article, those should be accurate, means correct. And your style of writing should be effective. Third point is originality of ideas. If there is originality of ideas, your article will become attractive. Fourth is paragraph which introduce the theme should not be very long or untidy. There are different paragraphs. While writing the article, there will be, as in the beginning only I had given you this point, that at least minimum 3 paragraphs should be there in your article. So the paragraph which is introducing your theme, your topic, that paragraph means the opening paragraph, it should not be very long. Sometimes what happens that the children or the student, those who are writing the article, they start writing and in the opening paragraph only they want to give each and every detail, which is incorrect. When you are opening your paragraph, that opening paragraph which is introducing the theme, it should not be very long. Okay, or untidy. Untidy means again and again you cut and write or you use the incorrect vocabulary. These all things should not be there in your opening paragraph, and it should be short also. The fifth point is that there should be logical development of ideas from sentence to sentence and from paragraph to paragraph. When you are developing your ideas, means when you are going from one paragraph to another, so it should be related, there should be logical development. Suppose you have written in your opening paragraph about the noise pollution. Your topic, your article's topic is noise pollution. So you have started, your opening paragraph should be about the noise pollution. First of all, you will write, you will introducing what is pollution, and then you will write about noise pollution. Now second paragraph when you are starting, so it should be related to the noise pollution only. There should be logical development, that how much harmful the noise pollution is there. You have to represent the facts, you have to represent the examples. No, you have to represent your opinion, your views. So that is called your logical development. So when you are writing your article, there should be logical development. So these all 5 points you have to keep in your mind while writing the article. Okay, let's proceed. There are two types of articles: magazine articles and newspaper articles. In the beginning only I had given you this information. So magazine articles, these are general articles concerning the various activities of the school. Means in your school, suppose any rangoli competition is held, any spell bee competition is held, and you are writing article on that. Save environment, this or clean your surroundings, means any of the event which is just about to happen or has happened earlier in your school, if you are writing your article on that, so that will be your magazine article. As you are in the school, so you will be writing these type of articles only. Second one is newspaper articles. Newspaper articles may be on a variety of subjects of common interest. Okay, variety of subjects means there can be different types of uh, what to say subjects may be there. So there may be any problem, generation gap, social issues, gender equality or the safety of women, national or international issues or national integration, terrorism, any point, any subject may be there while writing the newspaper article. Clear? So there are two types of articles, magazine article and newspaper articles. These all is just for your information. Now, the main thing is your format. While writing the article, you have to follow a particular special format, and the format includes 5 points. I have divided your format into 5 headings. Those 5 points are there. The first point is that you have to write the heading. When you are starting your article, first of all, write down your heading. Heading should be eye-catching. It should be encapsulating the central theme. Central theme means whatever your theme is there, on what you are writing the article. As I have given you right now the example of noise pollution. So your heading will be noise pollution. So first of all, you will give the heading. Then byline. Byline means just below the heading, you will write name of the writer by whom the article is written. Okay, that you will write in the bracket. After that, your paragraph starts. You have written the heading, you have written the byline. Now you are starting your paragraph. So, first of all, you will introduce your topic. So, first paragraph will be introduction, and the opening paragraph must contain these points. Catch attention means it should open with an interesting fact or data to catch the reader's attention. When you are opening, when you are starting your article, so you have to introduce your topic. And while introducing the topic, while introducing your theme, you can open with an interesting fact or data. So your reader, those who are reading your article, they will immediately be means they will be attentive towards your article. And now you have to arouse interest, means you have to write those points, those examples which can see and arouse interest. You have to write those points, those facts, those we can say the examples which can arouse interest in the reader. These all points are only in the introduction. Okay, I am not telling you the second paragraph. I am telling you in the first paragraph only. When you are writing the introduction, so in introduction you can use these all points. Limit and control means what you plan to discuss in your article, that should be limited, that should be in the control. It means that your topic includes whatever topic you are writing, it can include a vast detail, but you have to control, you have to just give a limit. You cannot write each and everything. Okay, have clear and precise language. Precise means short, means whatever you want to write, that should be written very clearly, and language should be clear. It should be written in short. For it, you may use even a definition or a quotation. if you want to write your article uh, in a very coherent way. So a very easy way to give the definition or the quotation regarding your content, regarding your theme. So these all points include, these all points are in your introduction only, okay, in the first paragraph. Now the second, develop cause effect relationship. Means now you have to develop your ideas, you have to just write the second paragraph. In the second paragraph, how will you develop? How will you write the second paragraph? You can write in this way. You can use again another fact. You can give examples to support your views. You can present arguments in a coherent, logical and convincing manner. In this way, in the second paragraph, you can just develop cause-effect relationship. Cause-effect means here whatever theme you are writing, you have to give a cause that why this is harmful and what will be the effect. So to express those all things, again you have to use the facts, the examples and the arguments which you are presenting. It should be in a coherent way, means in a short way, and those arguments should be logical. There should be a logic, there should be a reason behind your argument. Unnecessarily you cannot write anything that whatever I am saying it is correct, and in this way, suppose you are writing about noise pollution, so you cannot write without any logic that noise pollution is harmful. You have to give a logic why it is harmful. So what logic you can give? You can of course in a very easy way you can give the logic of your health and of course of your environment also. So these all points you can add to make your article logical, okay, and convincing manner. Means when you are representing your logical ideas, automatically your whole paragraph will become convincing. Convincing means on which the reader can uh, convince. The reader can understand that okay, this is correct, this is true. Okay, the reader can believe easily. That is your convincing manner. So this is your second paragraph. After that, again you can give a comparison and contrast, give views contrary to yours. Means when you are comparing or when you are contrasting, when you are representing you the contrast, how can you contrast? You have to give the views which are contrary to yours, just opposite your views you have to represent, and you have to compare why your views are better. In this way, you can represent the comparison and contrast. Okay. Lastly, you have to give a conclusion also. So to conclude means summing up. Summing up means consolidation of ideas. Whatever ideas you have represented, now you have to consolidate. You have to finish. You have to just summarize. Okay. So for that, how will you write? I have given an example also, a sample paper and a specimen copy. Easily you can understand. If I will not be able to give in this session, in the next session I will give you an a specimen copy, that example. Okay, how will you sum up? After that, in the conclusion you can give your suggestions, your measures to improve the situation. Means you can represent your suggestions also, or measures. Measures means what precautions should be taken to improve the situation. Your personal observation also you can give, and your predictions. Predictions means you can also write that if whatever is given there in the theme, if it is not followed, so what result we have to face, what consequences can be there. So that is your prediction. So your article includes these points, and this is the format, that heading should be there, then byline, then introduction, after that you have to develop cause-effect relationship, then comparison and contrast, and then your conclusion. Clear? You will understand it more clearly when I will give you an example. Okay? So, if any point is missing, don't be confused, because you will be getting it in a more clear way. There are some important points to remember. While writing an article, these all points should be in your mind to make your article more impressive, to make your article uh, more attractive to the reader. And what are those important points? The important points are in this way: give only relevant information. Relevant means related to the topic. Don't try to give all the information. Again, I will give you the example of noise pollution only. Suppose you are giving the information about the noise pollution. So, don't try to give the information about all the pollutions which are there in our environment. Of course, you can write the name of all the pollution, but don't try to give the information. Information means about other pollutions also. Don't try to write in detail. Okay. Don't attempt to write about every single piece of information. Same point, whatever I have told you right now, that every single piece of information don't try to give. Suppose you are trying to write about the pollution, so don't try to write each and every type of pollution. What you have to write? Only relevant information. Relevant means related information only you have to write in your article. Okay? Avoid using all information, because this has been seen that while writing an article, the students, they try to write each and everything there. They want to pour their the whole knowledge in a single paragraph, which is incorrect. Okay, so give only relevant information. The second point is the article should be in appropriate format and style. Appropriate format, the format which I have given you. Third one is keep word limit in mind. Most important point for you all. You have to keep in your mind the word limit also, and the word limit will be 150 words. It can be it can be 100 to 150 words, or 120 words, or 130 words. Maximum 150 words will be there. So, according to the question, you have to write your article. Don't exceed the prescribed word limit. Okay. It should have different paragraphs to convey different ideas. You have to change the paragraph. Opening paragraph. Okay, I have given you all the paragraph in the format. How will you change the different paragraph? In detail, I have given you. Okay, so those different paragraphs you have to use, that will be conveying your different ideas. Your article can contain short quotations to make the points more effective. Short quotations, if it is in your mind while writing an article, if any quotation is coming in your mind, don't forget to write. Write down within inverted comma, or using the block letters, or changing the color of your pen, you can write the short quotations, and that will make your article effective. Try to make use of good and to the point vocabulary. Vocabulary, the words, the verbs, or the point which you are using. You have to use good and to the point vocabulary. Okay. The sentences should be grammatically correct and there should not be any spelling mistake. Yes, this mistake, which is the most common mistake. Your sentences, whatever you are framing, the grammar, if you are writing in present, write down in present tense, past tense, so write down in past tense, and you can mix up the present, past and future tense both, but the sentence which you are writing, that particular sentence should include that tense only in which you want to write. Don't write in this way that half sentence in present and half in past. Do not try to write in this way. There should not be any spelling mistake also. Clear? So these are some important points to remember. Now, as your time is over, in our next class, we will discuss the format and I will give you a specimen copy also just to make your this idea of writing an article more clear. Okay, children? See. So today we have learned how to write an article, and I know that this is not enough for you because writing skill is very tough, and it is tough because I know that you people don't do the practice of writing skills. Although I have given you many writing skills, message writing, paragraph writing, your letter writing, no, speech writing, story writing, but how many of you have written in your leisure time? If you are not writing, if you are not practicing, that will remain tough. So, if you want to make your writing skill, if you want to make it easy, if you want to enhance your writing skill, of course, you have to do the practice for it. Okay. And in our next class, we will meet with the same topic, and that will be more clear to you after seeing the example. As our time is over, so let's see our example in the next class. Okay, children, goodbye. Take a very good care of yourself. Bye bye.